What's good, everybody? Today we're going to be going over the best unranked fighters we have in the UFC. One guy without a ranking for every division that I believe has the makings of a future UFC champion. Let's get right into it with the first division, the Flyweight division. Now this fucking guy, Muhammad Mokaev, super fast. Just even for the Flyweight division, he's lightning fast. He's super sticky, has great wrestling, great mat returns, great submissions on the back, good front headlock subs, like great distance control in the striking. Super dominant show against this fucking guy. What's his name? Johnson, right? Michael Johnson, who knocked out Loner Kavanaugh and Joshua Van, who's now the current champion. This guy's a fucking demon. Like, if you've seen him fight in any of his fights, he's a real finisher. He had that stinker against Manel Cap. I'm guessing that was just like the nerves, you know, in the UFC. It was like the big fight. They've been shit-talking. Neither guy really wanted to lose, so they had that big-ass stinker. They had that big stinker. Then they got into that fight, and he got cut. The only reason this guy's unranked is because Dana White just kicked him out, right? He's completely undefeated, and he just finishes a bunch of the guys while he was in the promotion. Like he beat the fuck out of a bunch of the top guys. There's no reason why this guy shouldn't be in the promotion. Dana, sign this man to the promotion, and my life is yours. All right. The Flyweight division, as it is right now, fucking Tatsuro Taira, Alexandre Pantoja, Joshua Van, Loner Kavanaugh, Brandon Royval, like this guy, Manel Cap, fucking, who's the Kyoji Horiguchi, like, this division is the most stacked I believe it's ever been. Bring Muhammad Mokaev, cinema. Low-key second best division in the UFC behind the Welterweight division. Call Cap, like, it's facts. If Muhammad Mokaev comes back into the UFC, the Flyweight division becomes immediately the second best division behind the Welterweights. And I'm arguing with a fucking wall, bro. Alright? Next. Alexandre Topuria. Now, you guys know how I am on this channel. I am Spanish, you know, I have to glaze. It's just in my blood. And there's not much I have to say, honestly, about Alexandre Topuria. He fights very similar to his brother, Ilya Topuria. Double champ, featherweight champ, knocked out Holloway, knocked out Volkanovski. Lightweight champ, knocked out Oliveira in the biggest AI fight of all time. The only difference between Alexandre and his brother is that he's a lower weight class. He's a little bit older, and he has less power. That's all we've seen from Alexandre. And again, the less power thing could also come because he's making more of a weight cut. From what I've seen, these brothers are identical height and identical weight. So I don't really know why he's cutting down to Bantamweight, but whatever. Bantamweight, not the most stacked division. It's very top heavy. You know, once we get past like Corey Sandhagen's, like the upper limit, you get to the Davison Figueiredos, fucking Mario Bautista maybe. Like, these guys I could see Alexandre Topuria beating. And yeah, man. Like, he's based on skill set, based on mindset, based on aura, alright, sue me, but it's true. Based on aura, I can see Alexandre Topuria becoming the Bantamweight champ. And the only reason he's not ranked is because he's, like, super inactive due to him always having to help his brother. You know, he said in interviews before he prioritizes his brother's career over his own. So, yeah, that's why we haven't seen Alexandre ranked in the UFC yet. But it's due. It's due, man. I think his next fight is going to be a ranked fight for sure. The UFC wants this guy as a star, alright? Next. Low-key ball knowledge, alright? Daniel Santos, bro. What you guys know about Daniel Santos? This guy comes into the UFC, lost a decision in his debut fight, but since then, he's been on a 4-fight win streak. 2 of them have been finishes, and 2 of them have been decisions. And his decision over Castaneda, that shit was a crazy comeback. Like, that I believe that got a bonus for fight of the night, and if it didn't, I'd be surprised. That was a finish. He got rocked so bad in the first round, came back second round, beat the fuck out of Castaneda and just put him away. Like, this guy's huge for the division, has good power, and it just kind of reminds me of like a Diego Lopez a little bit. Like maybe a more patient Diego Lopez, and we've seen how far Diego has gone in this division. He lost to Mozart, but then since then, he beat a bunch of guys. He beat Brian Ortega. He fought twice for the belt. And this division is pretty shallow, with Volkan and the top being like John Silva, Diego Lopez. You know, I don't really see Evloev staying around for a long time. Maybe Lauren Murphy, he's kind of old, might retire. I believe Daniel Santos can come into title contention and yeah, make some like serious waves in this division. So I have, for my featherweight pick, Daniel Santos. Keep an eye on this guy on his next fight, alright? Next, for the lightweights, Usman Nurmagomedov. Again, I said unranked fighters. I didn't say non-UFC fighters, alright? We're not excluding non-UFC fighters. This fucking guy is a Nurmagomedov. Goddamn. he's insane, bro. I'm sure we've all heard of Usman more since he's had these fights with Paul Hughes over at Bellator. He had that what do you call it, duology, 2 fights. We know certainly that the UFC wants Usman in the UFC, but they didn't want to come into conflict with Khabib, and then they didn't want to come into conflict with Islam. But now Khabib's retired, Islam's moved up to welterweight. The next iteration of the Nurmagomedov name is ready to come into the UFC, right? He's ready to come in and dominate. If you've seen any of Usman's fights, you know this guy's lightning fast, has great kicks, like amazing kicks. Actually, really surprised me watching the tape. He has a great ability to scramble, gets to the back super easily, puts the hooks in like it's nothing. Just amazing takedowns, amazing front chokes, and basically everything you expect from a Nurmagomedov. Like this guy's, he's fucking elite, and he's over there in the PFL in Bellator just beating bums for no reason because he could be in the UFC right now for sure. If I had to give a comparison for this guy, he reminds me of Usman, but lightweight. You know, he reminds me like a big heavy Usman, and I think out of all of the guys, like outside of Usman, outside of Umar, who's he reminds me of? Outside of Umar, I think he's the best striker of all the, Abdulmanap camp. Like all of these guys training in Dagestan, I believe Usman's the best striker. So yeah, this guy, bring this guy in, give him someone higher in the rankings like the loser of Protest JDM, maybe like a Kamaru Usman, maybe. I don't know if he take that fight. Maybe Bilal Muhammad is done talking about them being his friends. Ian Gary if he loses the next fight, etc., etc. Bring this guy in, give him a high-ranking fight, and just watch him dominate, all right? Next. Man, fuck. I forgot I put Shafkat on here. Oh, I'm going to shed a tear, bro. This shit is so tragic. Shafkat was supposed to be next up, man. He was supposed to fight and beat Bilal. We all know how good this guy is, bro. 19-0, 18 finishes. Only reason he didn't finish Ian Gary is because he's a little fucking rat that loves to keep his distance. This guy is so good, bro. We know, you guys know Kazakhstan Glaze on this channel on Overdrive every day. This is one of the most well-rounded welterweights, and in my opinion, he's the second best welterweight in this division behind Islam, all right? Also ranked, like, well-rounded wise, he's also the second best well-rounded fighter. I'd say it's probably Islam, Shafkat, and then everyone else. Like Ian Gary, maybe third best well-rounded. I think Ian Gary, then maybe Morales or JDM. But man, bring this guy back in, please. Please, Shafkat, come back. Come fight for your belt. This shit is yours. Come get your belt back, my boy, please. I believe with my whole heart he will come back. He's really good. I need him to come back. He's super entertaining. Please, man. We love you, all right? Next. Now it starts to get slim here, guys. We're starting to fight a little bit for our lives. As we get into the heavyweight classes, we start to find slimmer and slimmer pickings. And this guy, Baisagur Susurkayev, all right, like, what do you want me to say? He is good, okay? This guy is really good. He's like confidence personified. He's a training partner of Hamza, so you know he's getting pushed really hard in training. Excellent striking. We've seen him finish a bunch of guys with the knees. He has good counter punching. We saw him knock that guy out in his last fight, even though he was coming back a little bit. He has good wrestling defense, as you would expect from a Hamza training partner, right? And yeah, man, the middleweight division is really shallow. I could see Baisagur like really easily getting ranked and getting to title contention once it's like older generation, like Hamza, DDP, Strickland. Once they leave the division, I could see this guy, getting up there. Give this guy to Jared Cannonier today, and I wouldn't know who to pick, all right? Next. Now, here's a guy. Here's a banger. This guy, like fucking Baisagur Susurkayev, he's had one singular fight in the UFC, and based off of that, I'm making this tier list, all right? Who's at lightweight right now? Who's at light heavyweight right now? Alex Pereira, as the champion, he's going to retire. He's already moved up to heavyweight, whatever. Fucking Ankalaev, he's also old. I don't think he has that much longer left in him. Yuri, the GOAT, going to be the champ, right? But when Yuri's done being the champ, this guy's up next. Iwo, he's young, he's 27. He had one fight in the UFC against Ibo Aslan, the Turkish guy, and he just showed heart. Like, these guys, they had the craziest 2 minutes ever. They went back and forth, rocked each other, recovered, rocked each other again, recovered, rocked each other again. He's young, he has power, he has good survivability, and in the heavier weight classes, man, that's all you can ask for, all right? Out of a prospect, this is all we got. This is all I got. This is all we got up here, all right? Last but not least, Josh Hokett. Now, here's a guy that I'm excited to talk about. I know we've been kind of talking about this guy because of his post-fight interviews, whatever, but I haven't heard anyone talk about how good this guy actually is. The first time I watched Josh Hokit, deadass, I didn't know I was watching heavyweight. I did not know I was watching heavyweight for like the first 30 seconds. This dude is crazy fast for the heavyweight division, and all of the technique I've seen him do, like all the takedowns, all the submissions, all the striking, this is like welterweight speed, bruh. Deadass, like this guy has great wrestling, super effective ground and pound. Just like he's really like insistent, and he like really goes for the submissions. And yeah, man, all those skills combined with his ability to talk, like, is gonna get him way up in the heavyweight division, bro. At any point in the heavyweight division, no matter if you're ranked, unranked, whatever, you're like 3 fights away from a title shot. Deadass, you're 3 good fights away from a title shot. That's how depressing this division is. But man, at this point, like, Josh Hokit, he has the skills. And if, God forbid, Tom Aspinall can't get back to fighting, this guy genuinely has the potential to be like top 3 heavyweights right now. Like, Cyril Gane, this guy, Pavlovich, and that's it. Like, for my money, this guy's going to be the 3rd best heavyweight, alright? Thank you guys for watching. What do you think of these unranked fighters? Did I miss any? Would you put any of these other guys maybe instead of Josh Hokit? Who would you put instead of Iwo? You know, let me know down in the comments. What do you think of these depressing ass heavyweight classes? Thank you again for watching. I'm going to go work on my thesis, alright? Ciao.